The MTA fare hikes. This MTA fare hike goes for not just Metro North, but it also goes for the LIRR. It goes for buses, like express buses. It also goes for subways as well. And so now subway fares are going to $3. I think express bus fares are going to $7.75. And there's a 4.4% fare hike for both the LIRR and for Metro North. So the fare hikes are continuing. Again, it's good that we're keeping up with inflation, so sure in that case, but at the same time, and this is what I've said before, when it comes to paying for public transportation, I'm not sure if we want specifically low income people to feel the negative impacts of inflation as much with public transportation, since, I mean, we don't really feel the negative impacts with the police department or the negative impacts with the fire department. I mean, sometimes we do, but overall,
The MTA just voted and approved the proposed fare hikes that raises subway and bus fares by 10 cents to $3 per swipe. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles live in downtown Brooklyn with the latest. Darla?
Good afternoon, Sandra. Strap hangers should know that the fare hike is official, that the executive board just within the last 10 minutes took the vote, making that increase official here at the Transit Authority office in downtown Brooklyn. And let me show you exactly what the fare hikes will look like. For subway fares and bus fares, it's going up 10 cents from $2 to $3. Express bus fares, that will see an increase of 25 cents from $7 to $7.25. And LIRR and Metro North riders, they will also see a fare increase. Those fares will be going up 4.4%. Now, this is the first fare hike for the MTA in the last 2 years. The last time this happened was in September of 2023. The new fares will take effect in January of 2026. And the MTA just proposed these fare hikes back in December, and they had an extensive 6-week public comment period. And after that, they made some adjustments to the fare hike, which they just voted on within the last hour.
oh damn, I just realized I don't have chat on the screen. 1 second.
Increase,
yeah.
those fares will be going up 4.4%. Now, this is the first fare hike for the MTA in the last 2 years. The last time this happened was in September of 2023. The new fares will take effect in January of 2026. And the MTA just proposed these fare hikes back in December, and they had an extensive 6-week public comment period. And after that, they made some adjustments to the fare hike, which they just voted on within the last hour.
Little perspective. Over the last 10 years, MTA fare increases have dramatically lagged inflation, and are even less than our wage increases by a lot. So while we take these changes seriously, we don't do fare increases casually, and it showed in the substantial outreach that we initiated. We actually went out and met the riders where they are, at our bus stops, at our subway stations, at our commuter rail stations. And you know what? It was an unprecedented success.
Now, there was a lot of discussion this morning about affordability for riders. The MTA did note that some of its initial proposed changes, they did roll those back just a little bit. This was not a unanimous vote. Two of the MTA board members abstained from the vote, not endorsing this fare hike. We'll have much more about this coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6, but it's also important to note for some strap hangers that the Metro North card, they're going to discontinue the sale of those starting December 31st. You can still use yours, but you won't be able to buy them anymore. They're completely moving forward to the Omni digital system. But again, right now, MTA.
I forgot what the original plans were for the fare hike, but they were extremely aggressive, and they kind of like met the public halfway, which, you know, I guess is all right. But yeah, this kind of leads to the issue where it's like we're having rapid fare hikes, not just for like the trains and for the subways and for the buses, but also for like the regional rail as well. And, you know, it's just, you know, it just kind of sucks altogether. It just kind of sucks. Because overall, right, it is good to see that we have congestion pricing, but at the same time, congestion pricing was supposed to be at $15 and then it got lowered to $9. It's like, it's still that type of ideology of where we're still low-key incentivizing people to drive over taking public transportation.
A major announcement today from the MTA. Starting October 6th, Metro North Super Express trains will run alongside the Hudson Line between Poughkeepsie and New York City.
Metro North will have improved travel times on all 6 Super Express trains from Poughkeepsie. 5 trains will make the trip under 90 minutes. And between Grand Central and Poughkeepsie, these are the fastest times in Metro North history.
Yeah, so the Super Express train has been something that I think the Connecticut Department of Transportation implemented first, and that's kind of like now spread out to more of Metro North's rail lines. So now the Hudson lines also have Super Express trains. I'm waiting for that moment where we can have actual good transportation between Albany and New York City. Right now, we do have the Empire Corridor, and it is good, but I feel like we need to make it, one, faster, but then also increase the capacity for it, because tickets sometimes between those two cities are not the cheapest. They could be a lot better, especially between the largest city and the state capital. I feel like we could do a lot better in that case. But it's good to see that it has been a shift to making public transportation faster between New York and surrounding cities, the smaller cities as well. I mean, it's useful for commuters altogether, and it also takes off a lot of pressure from Amtrak, which Amtrak, like I said before, seems to be struggling. And when it comes to actual trains and capacity for Amtrak, if we even think about the Acela or whatever, there are certain Metro North trains that are faster than the Acela timetable wise. So, there's a lot of improvement to go all around, but it is good to see that Metro North is not afraid to kind of step up and take that spot.